All right, guys, we're out here on the Mooncool TK1 tonight, so we're just gonna cruise around, obviously not going too far. I haven't really gotten out here. I've had so many other bikes that I've had to do, and I had a deadline on one of them, got that done. I've got to upload it tonight, make one change, and I'm done with that, so happy about that. Now I can concentrate on this bike, but I got to go on vacation. So, well, it's not really a vacation, but I will be going to Florida for the weekend, basically. Nice long one. I tell you, this thing is a hill climber. I'm going up this hill at 11 miles an hour. Not putting a lot of effort in. Probably got to raise the seat a little bit. I think I'll do that when I get to the top of the hill. But I haven't really been out on this. I got a total of 3 miles on this bike. I haven't had a chance to even thank Mooncool. Thank you, Mooncool, for sending this bike to me so that we can review it, which I won't be doing today. We're just going to give it a ride. We'll be doing it when I get back from Florida. How you doing? I'm so getting stranger looks than normal, because not only am I loaded up with camera, I'm on a trike, and people are pretty interested. No matter where I go with this thing, I've got all kinds of questions on it. So we'll, like I said, it's not bad in a neighborhood like this. This thing could definitely use some gears. So Mooncool, next time you build one of these things, put some gears on it. And let's unlock it from 15 miles an hour too, will you? I think I'm going to get up on the sidewalk, even though I can't legally get on the sidewalk with this. I'm not getting out on this road, so they're going to have to get over it. But these sidewalks up here, Richard, are not the sidewalks you're used to in Florida. They don't repair these things after they get lumps and bumps and cracks in them, so I've got to go relatively slow on this or I get thrown all over the place. What we have to do to ride a trike in the city. But we're doing it. Trying to get down to the rail trail here. If I take my wife down here, we're going to be using these same things. How you doing? Everybody's staring at me. Well, we've made it down to the rail trail. And my camera's falling all over the place again, so I had closed up the shot. I think I'll widen this thing out. That way there we can adjust it, and no matter what, I'll stay in the camera shot. So, how you doing?
Not bad, yourself?
Not bad. So we'll see how bright this light is going through this tunnel. Not too bright. And I got it facing at the ground. All right. So it's warm out today, guys. It's 70, I can't see because I'm in the dark. See what it says when I come out. Look at the curb on this thing. 75 out right now, guys. So this P-stone's not as bad with this bike, but shut the headlight off now. All right, be glad to get rid of the P-stone. But in the TK1, basically a maiden voyage for me, because I have ridden around the neighborhood and stuff, but I have not really gotten a chance, like I said, to get out here. And I do want to thank Mooncool for sending me this bike and the other bike. And we got more bikes coming too, so very exciting with Mooncool, and I totally appreciate what they do for me and the other creators out there, because they're not going after the big guys, they're going after us little guys too, so I appreciate that. And I did get my video okayed for the little bike, and that'll be going out next Tuesday. I have to make a little change in it, and that's it. They are happy with the video. But I read something off the box that they said, yeah, that bike doesn't have that and we have to take it off the box. So first they told me that I said that and I was wrong, and I said, well, wait a minute, and I sent her the picture of it, and she said, yeah, we have to get those off the boxes. So anyways, let's talk about this Mooncool. I like it. So they sent me the other trike, and I've also tried other trikes. This thing is the best trike I've ever been on. So, not that I've been on a lot, but this thing is solid. You could tell that this thing was built to be this motorized trike. This is not a converted bike that was converted into a trike, that was converted into a electric trike. So, electric. I screwed that one out. I said electric because I'm so used to trying to say electric that I said electric trike. They do make a trike, but they have not sent me one yet. They did say they had an interest in sending me one. But anyways, this trike, it folds. We can make this thing smaller. I don't need it though because I have the trike holder. So I run around with it all unfolded. So it does, for me, it doesn't have to be a folding trike, but who knows? Maybe someday, you know, we might want to fold it and also take up less room if I need to, you know, store it in a more confined area or whatever. So it's good that they fold, and it makes it easier for shipping because the bike comes 85% together. The only thing you got to put together on this bike, literally, is put the front tire in, and it has a skew on it, like a through axle, but it's not a through axle, it's a skew. The basket on the front, and the fender, and the headlight. That's what you got to put on this bike. So it's very easy to assemble. I had the whole thing done in no time. This thing's got hydraulic brakes. I did not expect the hydraulic brakes. I knew I was getting this trike, and I did not research it. And I think I told you guys that. I figured I'd wait till I got it. I had so much going on. And I get this thing out. I look at it. I'm like, wow, this thing's got hydraulic brakes. Now, this is the second one they put out. So there are a little bit of differences. And I thought the first one was cable pull brakes. But then I talked to a creator friend of mine, ripped one outdoors. And he said, no, they were hydraulic from the beginning. So I'm bad. I didn't know. But I mean, a trike at this price point with hydraulic brakes, a Mooncool. Thumbs up, baby. These brakes are not squeaky or anything. Nothing to complain about. I complain about the fact you don't have gears. So, like I said, I wouldn't mind you putting gears on the next one you come out with. 7-speed would be nice. And like I said, let's not cap the thing at 15 miles an hour. Let's give us a little more juice. We could unlock it. Make it a class 2 that can go to a class 3. Do I have a bell on this thing? No, I have a horn. How you doing? I'll have to put a bell on this. I don't like hitting the horn. It's not an obnoxious horn though. Just a little noise. Not bad. But I still think a bell is better. I come down here this time of year. Usually there's snapping turtles up here laying their eggs, but not seeing them. So I knew there was going to be a lot of people down here today because of the weather. This is the first day we made it up into these high temperatures. Close to 80 today if it didn't hit 80. So this is no speed demon, but it's nice. It's comfortable for the rail trail for sure. This is probably something my wife will be taking over, as I have more trikes coming, so they better suit me, I believe. So what else about this bike? Other than it's awesome. So the baskets that are on this thing are nice and solid. I brought this thing to work. I had one of the workers driving it, and he had another worker in the basket. So this thing can hold some weight in that basket. And they were driving around having a grand old time. Everybody loves the trikes. How you doing? I think the trike makes people happy. They wave to me and stuff. We got another road to cross here. We're 5 miles on this bike now, so we've come about 3 miles. One thing about this thing is I do not have to worry about shifting it because there's no gears. This trail I went down the other day, a lot bumpier. But we'll see if I can handle it this time. The cameras, I got a better mount this time, guys, so if you were with me on my ride Saturday, well, don't know when this video will come out, but I was on the Hannavere coming down this trail because I figured I'd do the trail on that because it's an all-wheel drive bike. So I figured I'd do it. And the camera mount that I had was a junk one. It kept flipping the camera over on the front here, so I had to get off the trail. This thing though is a much just solid bike. It's not, it's like a regular e-bike that doesn't rattle and shake and everything. I think the only rattle I'm getting right now is from my camera. You know, and even the acoustic bikers are giving me head nods. You doing? How you doing? See, now he gave me the look like, you got cameras on you. What the hell is wrong with you? So I put mirrors on this bike. I got some, I got my mirrors, the handlebar mirrors. I forget, Beatrix or something is the name of these things. These are awesome mirrors for bikes like this, guys, and these are super good on these. So anybody that's got a TK1, these mirrors are approved by me. The kayakers out there, you guys can't see this. I probably ought to stop so you can see this. You see kayakers out there and a sailboat, and probably be a nice place to stop and show you the bike, but got a lot of people here, so we'll wait. I think I'll turn around here. Anyways, it's going to get bumpier up further. A Gmail notification. And it's from Richard. I will catch up with Richard later. We're getting leaves, guys. So I know, went out 2 weekends ago. Week and a half, really, because it was on a Saturday. And yeah, we had no leaves at the time. So I'm definitely getting used to riding these trikes with the thing leaning in the different direction. You get used to it after a while, it doesn't even bother you. At first it feels really unnatural, but. So what do we got? We're up to 6 miles now. We've got a whole 4 miles. Yeah, the baskets are really good on this. The lighting is awesome on it. The one thing I really wish they'd do though is move the directionals to the fenders. So they have running lights and brake lights on the fenders, but not the directionals. So I could go down another rail trail that's paved, and that would be really good, but there'd be a lot of people on that trail. And I would need a bell for that one, because that one I always have to ding people to get around them. Down here over to where we did the other Mooncool review, which I took this thing out yesterday to do a review on it. And I kept driving around and I was looking for a place that we could do it. I couldn't find any place that didn't have a bunch of people at it. So, and then when I finally found a place, it was too dark out to do it. So, but this is the parking lot for this place. And like I said, this is a drinking reservoir. This is where the city of Manchester gets their water. And I'm in the city of Manchester, but I don't get my water from here. I have a well. And I really can't figure out why, but I think it has something to do with the shared driveway that they couldn't come down in or something because it's private property, I'm guessing. Everybody's staring at me because I'm driving a trike down here, but we're gonna stop here for a minute. I'm gonna take a walk around this thing. All right, guys, here it is, the TK1. We got 3-inch tires on this thing, 20-inch, 3-inch tires, and I love this thing. This thing is nice. Richard told me I'd love this thing when I got it, and he's absolutely right. Like I said, gears would help this thing, but this thing's great. This thing's rear-wheel drive, not front-wheel drive like most of the trikes are. I know electrics, their bike, I've got the directional on too. Wonder how long I've been driving with that on. Yeah, this thing's rear wheel drive. Electric's bike is rear wheel drive. A couple of them, so Addmotor's got some rear wheel drives now, but a lot of them are front wheel drive, especially if you stick a 750 motor on this thing. This one's only got a 500, but if this was a 750, you'd be spinning that front tire out. So we've got 180 millimeter rotors on this thing, hydraulic, like I said. The back has one hydraulic rotor in the middle of it, 180 millimeters. Like I said, this thing's got the 3 lights on the back, really good. Directional, not so much. I wish they put the directionals on the fenders. That would really make it good. So, got a little hitch on this thing, but we're not reviewing this thing, so I'm not going to go over everything. Seat's pretty comfortable. I haven't changed it out yet. Don't know if I'm going to. I kind of like the one with the backrest, but the backrest kind of pushes you forward, so I don't know. I'm going to try the backrest on it and see what happens. I think my wife would like it better. You know, that's the bike. So again, the basket on the rear comes on it. Fenders on the rear, tires just the way you see it. The only thing you got to do to this thing is put the front fender on, the front tire on. It's got the skew through it. You got to pull a little plastic thing out of the caliper to put the rotor in. You got to put this bracket on for the basket, put the basket to it, put the headlight on, and boom, it's done. So that's it, guys. And don't forget about the mirrors I put on this thing. So, and this thing has parking brakes on this thing, which is a big plus over the other one. So if I had the Addmotor, I'd be worried about going over that bump because their derailleur sticks way down on the bottom. A lot of people come down here to stare at the water, and this is what you get to look at. It's nice. We're fortunate up here in New Hampshire. We have a lot of bodies of water. This one is probably more man-made than anything. They got dams all around it. Like I said, it's a reservoir that they blocked. Have not even touched a battery bar on this thing yet. All right, I can knock the pass back down to 2. 2 seems to be ideal on this for pedaling, and it keeps me at about 8 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour, probably 9, which is nice. Honestly, if I put it in a 3, I'm going to be pedaling like a madman, and I don't want to pedal like a madman. That's why I'm saying they could use a little bit of gearing on this bike. If I did put a different crank set on this thing, I could put the 3-speed crank set on this. I get 3 more gears out of it, so I may do that. But then I'd lose the chain guard, which would be a shame. So I don't know. This bike's going to stay factory for a while. Like I said, my wife may inherit this one. There's reasons. I can't get into them. And again, like I said, I do have 2 other bikes coming in that are the reverse trikes, and I really want to try those. I just think we can get more speed out of them. This thing here would handle speed no problem. I just don't know why they keep them at 15 miles an hour, but people complain at 15 miles an hour they're too fast, so you can't make everybody happy. But at 15 miles an hour, it's not making me happy. So, you know, if I come down these rail trails, I may put a trash bag on the basket on this thing and pick trash up. Not today, but in the future. I'll be the trash guy. You know, honestly, people are pretty respectful. You don't see too much trash on this trail. By the way, those 2 holes we passed, those are turtle holes that they dug. I don't think the turtles want to lay their eggs in this. People are on it all the time, but they try. This seat is a little on the hard side. I mean, it feels like it's well padded, but it's feeling hard to me now. We got front suspension on this thing too, guys, which is a plus. The other 2 trikes I get do not have suspension on it, but they're also a lot cheaper bikes too. We got some electric bikes going there right now. I wish I was out here to see what they were. Seeing more and more of these electric bikes showing up, guys. See on the gate there, they have a pedestrian counter. So they must want to know how many people are using the rail trail. So somebody's doing a study on it for some reason. Hopefully, they want to know if they should keep it going, because I just think all these things, they should just keep going and go through town after town, and that would be thumbs up for me, guys. I'm sitting here wondering if there's other things on this. And we got a trip odometer. We got the voltage. It's got the C, which I never did find out what this is. The CUR. It's got to be the current, like the guy said. So if I just hit the throttle, yeah, it uses a lot more when you just hit the throttle. Now we get something RM. Don't know what that is. 000 though, I can tell you that. There is a power meter, I just realized that. I didn't know that. So I'm sitting here staring at this thing. I've been out here for over 45 minutes. Because this thing does have a countdown. This thing's got everything, guys. I like this bike. I know, Pedro, I know. But Pedro, this is pretty cool. You might want to consider one of these days. Well, now, I bet you it's going to take me a lot longer to get to 100 miles on this than on my bikes. I hit 100 miles on my bike after like 3 rides. This thing here, I can tell you, sure it's going to be a long time. So yeah, we'll go have to take this down to some different rail trails, get my wife. My wife doesn't like the idea of the camera, but I don't know. I'll get her in back of me, or I'll get her in front of me, and we'll just stare at the back of her or whatever. That's what Russ's right does. His wife goes out in front. But I'm getting her out here this year, especially with these trikes. She's got no excuse. This bike here, like I said, she would love this bike. I already told her she's going to want to steal it off me when she gets on it. And I think she would like the other Mooncool, but I got the 26-inch. It's too big for her, so I should have got the 24. I got the 24 in the Veribus, but the Veribus has issues right now. So I reached out to them again and said, hey, what are we doing about this? I know they gave it to me, but it'd be nice if it was running, because the next video I'm going to do is on the fact that the bike doesn't run. And I know Richard's got the same exact problem that I have with the bike. So I told him, I have a theory on what they did. And I'll tell you that as soon as I get across this road. And I could be totally wrong, but I did ask her today to ask their engineers, they call it. And so the bike that they shipped both Richard and myself is their top of the line bike. It's called their, what the heck is that? I forget what the name of it is. Go Trike, Trike Go, I don't know. But it's the Pro. And the Pro has the 350 watt motor on it and the larger battery. And I have a feeling that they try to save some money on this bike. Again, the bike is $850. I think the one that we got was $950 or something like that, but it's a low-end trike, and I think they try to save money, and I think they might have used the same controller that they used on the 250, figuring it would be all right. They probably said, oh, it'll handle, you know, I don't know, whatever, 10 amps or whatever, and the fact of the matter is that 350 motor is close to 10 amps, so it could be overheating when we get it out there for a while. That's what my theory is on it, and they could send out another controller. It's not going to solve the problem. I told them that they should put the bike as out of stock until we figured this problem out. And I checked on their website, it's still out there, so I don't know. What can you do? But I guess anybody that was thinking about, no one as far as I know has bought that Veribus, because I haven't got any information on it, but you may want to hold off on that one if you're getting a Pro. In fact, since we're doing a Mooncool ride, that Mooncool is the same exact bike. There's very little difference in it, and buy the Mooncool. But if you're going to buy a Mooncool, spend the extra money and buy this one. I guess I got to tighten the screen up on this thing. Went to turn the light on, it just turned. Oh, you know what I did too? I turned the assist up. So yeah, I got to look into this tonight about turning down this. I don't want to turn it down, but there's a lot of people that want to turn down this this bike when it takes off. I pedal a little bit and this thing just takes off. And there's got to be a way to turn down that. Unfortunately, though, I think I looked for the P codes and I'm not sure they were in there. But I'll look again. Like I said, Mooncool is the nicest company in the world to me. I really got to give them more of my time. I wanted to do this last week and got involved with trying to help Mooncool out with some other issues that they had. People had problems with it folding, and unfortunately the only video they had was in Chinese, so I wanted to do a video so that people could understand what may be going wrong with their bike as far as the folding mechanism goes. And apparently some of them did come misadjusted, which I don't understand. I mean, you would think that they would try to shut these things and lock them before they shipped them. So we got to play games trying to get across this road again. I'm sure by the time I get to this light, it's going to be past. So I think I'll go through here. We'll go to Dunkin' Donuts, even though we're not going to Dunkin' Donuts. I should go through the drive-thru on this. That would be interesting. So yeah, we can get to that rail trail easy enough. I gotta tell my wife that. So this thing can go pretty far on the battery charge, because again, I have not even begun to eat at this battery. And we're into it for, so we're at 9 miles, 8 miles? No, 7 miles so far. So let's try knocking this thing up, see what pedal assist is. Throttle is. Throttle's 15 miles an hour, I think. See what it does going up this hill. Yeah, it's gonna 15 miles, 15.5, I can feel it. So I think the throttle's set around 15.5. And it's a nice strong motor for a 500 watt motor. Pulling me right up those hills. So I'm coasting here at 18 miles an hour. We're gonna get some more speed going down this hill, I know that. We're at 21 miles an hour now, 27 miles an hour, guys. I guess I could see potential problems and understand why they're doing what they're doing with governing it. Yeah, 500 watt motor, peaks at 750, but I didn't think it was gonna be this strong, so it's pretty strong. I don't feel any different out here than riding a normal bike, but I just know that I got to be aware of my rear tires. But they're no wider really than the handlebars, so it gives me something to judge how wide it is. Again, we've been out here, and not a battery bar down yet. Been out here for an hour. We weren't running a pass up high. I have it up high now, only because I want to see what this thing will do, so. But yeah, honestly, I'm ghost pedaling along here at 15 miles an hour. I'm rotating my feet, and I'm pretending I'm pedaling, but you know what? Motion is lotion, guys. So don't hit the throttle, rotate your feet, get some exercise. Like I said, I'm not really doing anything. I'm not using too much muscles, but I'm cruising along at 15.5 miles an hour. Haven't touched the battery yet. I'm letting go of the steering wheel, guys. We got a wobble. Oh my God, we're gonna need the Cane Creek people. Just kidding. So this is right down the road from my house. I'm the next road up. So we hear these games down here all the time. They got a soccer field down here, and I think it's girls soccer. And they got a baseball field and a soccer field, I believe. Not a soccer, a softball field. I think this is the girls one over here. It's a smaller field than this one. And I think that's the girls one over there for softball. This is a pretty good hill, guys. Let's see how this thing does. This is a real good hill. I'm gonna pedal. But I'm impressed. I am impressed. Up the hill we went. There's the little trike and the kid's bike that I was talking about right there. All right, guys. That was our ride on the TK1, and I guess we'll go in. So I'd say see you next Saturday, but this isn't a Saturday ride. This is just a ride to get out in the TK1. So you guys have a good night, and thanks for riding with me.